This is Life's a Pitch TV. Main sponsor, DPS Tech. Also supported by Lackens, all about hearing. Forward Floors, Ginger Pickle, Fred Olsen Logistics, The Dove, Seckford Golf Club, Ashford Wright, John Keeble Cars, Venue 16, The Hudson Group, Come Hither Design, Sound 4 Pro Audio, and Suffolk Sound. Our charities this year: Cancer Support Suffolk and the Ipswich Town Community Foundation. Welcome to the DPS Tech Arena for today's episode of Life's a Pitch TV ahead of Town versus Liverpool. Wow, let me introduce you to the team. It's Terry Butcher. It's Russell Osman. No Chambo this week, but he's back next week. We have got... Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry, but he's back next week. We've got Richard, John and Mark on technicals. We've got Leslie Dolphin, our floor manager. And we have you, our capacity crowd. Now, of course, we are in the Premier League, everybody, aren't we? In the Premier League?
We are Premier League. We are Premier League. We are Premier League.
And our ground is ready. Hopefully Portman Road will be as well come Saturday. Let's welcome our capacity crowd. It's doubled in size this year. Would you please give a big cheer if you are in the Churchman stand, sponsored by John Keeble Cars? They were the noisiest last week. What about this week? It is the North stand, sponsored by Ashford Wright. Oh, I tell you what, the natural order is being restored there, isn't it? Yes. We're on YouTube, we're on podcast, and now we're on Suffolk Sound as well, the county's newest and freshest radio station on Saturday lunchtimes, if you want to listen to us in the old traditional way of being on the radio. Now, a few people have asked about Phil Ham and why Phil's not here this season. Well, sadly, Phil decided to step down. You know he runs twtd.co.uk. We all go there for our Ipswich Town information, and now we're in the Premier League. He's really busy, so he's stepped down from the show, but he's a friend of the show and is always welcome. So please give Phil a big round of applause, because we love him. And he's just really, really busy. The boys are here, Russell and Terry. Sitting behind you on the wall is a lovely framed shirt. We have to thank Barry from Bar Personnel for supplying that shirt, which is a signed shirt from the promotion last year, which looks absolutely fantastic, doesn't it? Really
yeah, very
cool
good.
Behind you.
Very nice.
More to come on the wall as we gradually fill in that wall behind you, boys.
Lovely.
Yeah, there's a certain England shirt coming, Butch, very soon, which is slightly red on the front.
Well, I haven't seen one of them before, to be honest.
Have you not?
No. Not for about 5 days.
Normally it's Halloween, isn't it, when the kids dress up
Halloween,
in an England
yes.
shirt?
Yeah, I've got lots of pictures of people that went as me, probably went on their own and got booted out and things like this, but no. Yes, it's a simple and easy dress, or fancy dress to have. But I've been in the game 40-odd years, and I'm best remembered for a fancy dress, so there we are.
If only you'd put a patent on that picture.
Yeah.
You know, copyright or whatever.
Image rights, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I know, crikey. Yeah. And we've got an Escape to Victory one coming as well, Russell.
Oh, lovely.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
very
nice.
nice.
Behind you. So, look, we need another guest on the show. Would you please give a big Life's a Pitch TV welcome? He's an Ipswich Town and a Liverpool legend. It's Johnny Wark.
Johnny Wark. He's there. We're not allowed to swear. Johnny Wark. Johnny Wark.
Fantastic. Welcome, Warky.
Yes, I'm all right.
Good.
Walk, have you run here at all? Because you've got shorts on and everything else like that, you know?
I always hang about like this now when the
do you?
weather's... See, when the weather's hot,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like to show my legs off.
yeah. Really?
Yes.
But you've got a bad knee now, haven't you?
Yes. Yeah, because I was still playing about, 6-7 weeks ago, 5-a-sides. And then suddenly I get told, you've got to go and see your physio because something's wrong. So I went to see the Ipswich Town physio, and he says I need a new knee.
A new knee?
Yes.
A new knee replacement?
Correct.
Oh, he's human at last. Unbelievable. That's fantastic. Oh, it should be fantastic having a new knee, but bloody hell.
I was gutted.
Wasn't it a week after you did the Keep You Uppy challenge?
Yeah, exactly. In here, so it was your fault.
Send the bill.
I went right out to
We'll cover
We're
the
just
cost of
checking
it,
our
John,
insurance
don't worry.
policy at this very moment. You haven't got to worry about that this time, because as you can see in front of us, Warky, we have got a table football challenge for you.
Right.
So we want to see how many goals Scotland can score against 2 England defenders a little bit later on. I mean, you're a goal-scoring legend, so it should be no problem for you, look.
But you can't get a penalty on there. So that's half of his goal tally taken away straight away.
Was your first international goal against England?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At Wembley.
Yeah, I've done some research, so I know what I'm talking about, yeah.
Mind you, my granny would have scored that one.
Really?
Yeah, I was only a yard from the line.
Who was in
It
goal?
came off, yeah. Schultz was in goal, yeah, and I tapped it in. But the thing is, we lost the game. But
oh, that was good.
Yeah, I know. Well, you know what it's like with all the Scottish fans at Wembley.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at least I scored and got us going a bit. But we
Did
lost.
you not score again later on?
No.
Against England?
Not at Wembley, no.
No, but anywhere. But I mean, did you ever score against them again? No. How many international goals did you get?
I should have got more. Personally, I only got I had about 8 goals.
But you got 2 in the World Cup.
Yeah, 2 in the World Cup, and I ended up being top Scottish goalkeeper. Sorry, top Scottish scorer with 2 goals.
But you still went home before the postcards. Is that right? Yeah.
Russell. Yeah, but we played a proper team. We played Brazil.
Oh, right, okay.
And Russia.
Yeah. Was Brazil in that team then as well?
Alan was in it, George was in it.
I remember him coming home early.
Yeah, we'd still. But the great one about it was the Brazil game. You know, the thing was, we scored first. We got them annoyed. You know, David Neary scored a great goal. And then they went and scored 4, you know, beat us 4-1. Zico, Socrates, Zidane. But the highlight of that game for me was the final whistle. You try and swap shirts with the best player. So actually, Zico I seen him, Kenny Dalglish went up to Zico to get his shirt, and Zico fobbed him off. And the next minute, Alan Hansen, he jogged up to Zico, and that was the nearest he got to him, jogging. Yeah. Didn't get near him. So he didn't get his shirt. Zico came to me and he says, "Do you want to swap?" I says, "You can have what you want." You know what I mean? and the reason was I was number 10 for Scotland, so I got his shirt and I was in the dressing room giving it all this, but it didn't go down well with the manager because we lost 4-1. But that's the highlight.
Nice fella, Zico, as well.
That's a fantastic player, and to get his shirt. And then I gave it away to a charity in Ipswich, and it made a lot of money.
Very well done. Well done. Well done.
I wonder where it is now.
Fun?
I wonder where the shirt is now.
I know, exactly. Yeah.
Probably somebody watching perhaps right now has got that shirt.
Yeah.
We heard a lot on the show last week about England-Scotland games from these boys' point of view. What was it like when you were back at Portman Road after these matches? Were they giving you a bit of stick?
Yeah, because we never used to win many against them, you know what I mean? But you've got to keep them happy because that's the only time they can, you know, beat Scotland and they get a bit excited. So but it didn't happen very often. Because they didn't win, you know, even training 5-a-sides and all that. They were always in the losing team. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Scotland against the world, wasn't it?
Yes.
Was it 3 men against 50, wasn't it? Something like that, yeah. And you still won.
We still won.
Yeah, and then you woke up, is that right? Yeah.
Correct, yeah.
Fantastic. I know you've been watching the Liverpool pre-season.
Yes.
We've obviously had a decent pre-season. I'm not sure how much we can read into ours, but what can we read into Liverpool's? They've scored some fabulous goals, haven't they?
Yeah, I saw 2 games of them, and but the game when they won the other day 4, I thought they were outstanding. Jota was unplayable. You know, he was up front with Diaz, and as I said, he just looked on fire. You know what I mean? But they've got some squad. You know, when you look at the whole team, and then even the subs that come on, they've got some youngsters who are so they're class. You know what I mean? Elliott and Jones, you know, and Bradley. You know, 3 great players. But I tell you, it's going to be, if they keep going the way, the way they play, I think they'll be there or thereabouts. But as long as we do well against them in the first game, I don't care where they end up.
But from a Liverpool point of view,
Yeah.
they haven't signed anyone really, have they?
No, which is, I think it's a good thing. You look at the squad is, on the bench is, Nunez and, Gapo and, it's players like that.
They're not just buying players for the sake of buying them, are they?
No.
Which you
And
can get dragged into.
I just think the youngsters are really good as well. They've had their games and they've hit the form, and I just think they'll take a bit of beating this year.
Thanks, John.
But not Saturday.
but not Saturday. Yeah, as I say, I'm just
So who do you want to win Saturday? Because you play, you're a legend for both.
I want my team. The team I'm brought up with is Ipswich Town. I want them to win. And that's
It's a very good answer, John. Very good answer.
Yeah, and as I say, but the answer which I think it might happen is I'd take a draw all day long. You know what I mean? And then we get another easy game the next week. So I actually said, I think it was when it came out, the fixtures, that's an easy 6 points for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Right.
I think if we can get that 1 point on Saturday, that would be fantastic. You're off and running then. There'll be teams going into the third, fourth game not having picked up a point.
Yeah.
If we can get a point out of the first two games, that'd be brilliant. And we're moving.
Yeah, because that's our best chance, isn't it? Because, they've been in Euros, all the players, and they're just coming back, and it's a good time to play them, especially, at the beginning. Although I've seen their sort of pre-season games, but as I say, it's up to us. We've got to play a lot better than we have done in our pre-season games, but you never won anything in pre-season, do you, Terry?
Absolutely. Did you do pre-season?
No, I never will win anything because I didn't do pre-season. Yeah, I know where you're coming from.
Yeah, saved yourself for the.
I always just saved myself when it mattered, and that's when it mattered in the league games.
I'm surprised he's gone, actually. If you'd have spent half the time that me and Terry did on the training ground, it'd have gone years ago.
It could have gone years. I know exactly. But I've had a good innings, haven't I?
Very good.
You were very astute with your training, wasn't you? Yeah. But Man Friday, I think Russell called you earlier.
Selective.
Yeah.
Always available for the game, though.
Yeah, that's when it mattered. Yeah.
So when you went up to Liverpool, you liked to be number 7, but you couldn't have number 7, could you?
No.
Because of Dalglish.
Yeah.
So were you just happy to get any number?
Yes, because Liverpool were a top team. I was just wanted to get in their team. When I first went there, they were in the final of European Cup as such. I wasn't signed in time. It was the quarterfinals, but I signed and played the rest of all the league games.
Yeah.
But they went on to win European Cup final in Rome. But I was at Liverpool then, but I didn't sign enough time to get a game.
Yeah.
So when you went there, did you sort of think, what am I doing here, or I can get into this team, or how did you feel at that time?
The way I was thinking was I went to Liverpool to win things. You know what I mean? And I couldn't. That was the reason I left Ipswich. When Bobby left and all us had to be sold to different teams, and I couldn't see us being a force. And I thought, I want to go and try and win things here, and I'm going to go to Liverpool and win things, and that's what I did.
Yeah, good decision.
Yeah.
So what was it like to line up for Liverpool against Ipswich?
Terrible. Yeah, terrible. But let's say you just got to do your business, and you got to play. When you're a professional footballer, you want to play and be the best player every game.
Did you ever play against Ipswich?
Yep, for Leicester City. The season I got sold in 85, so that following season I think we played you quite early on, and then you left the end of 86, didn't you?
Yeah.
And we'd all gone our separate ways by then.
Right,
so
I never played against Ipswich.
Did you not?
Oh, didn't you?
No, I was managed, but I never played. I don't think I ever managed it.
I played one game that was at Anfield for Ipswich against Liverpool, and it was at the end of my career. And I was centre back, and I was at the cop end, and somebody shot, and it got me right in the Niagaras, right? And right away, the cop started singing.
Well, it must have been some shot.
Yeah, exactly. No, but right away, the cop started singing, high-pitched voice, Johnny Watt, Johnny Watt. So funny. I'll never forget that.
So who was the physio?
Who for it? For Ipswich?
Yeah, for your team. But your team.
Yeah.
We had to come on and give you treatment.
No, I think I walked off because it was that sore.
But when you walked off, did he just what did he do?
No, I just walked right. I had to walk right round the pitch because it was sore as in.
Well, you took it.
I took it and just walked off. But then I got a standing ovation at Anfield.
Yeah.
But they were singing quite when they went high pitched. I thought that was funny.
We know what to do for our next song, everybody, don't we? Oh, the memories. So did you play for Town against Liverpool when you came back to Town?
Well, no, that was the one I'm talking.
Right.
Yeah, that was the one I'm talking about, that game. But there wasn't many other ones, because Liverpool were a lot higher as such, a higher league and whatever. But that one, I think it was only the one game I played, and it was, I'll never forget it. You know what I mean?
That was it. Yeah.
I think you played. I was all right here. You scored 4 goals against Liverpool for Ipswich, and you scored 2 goals against Ipswich for Liverpool.
Yeah.
I think they might have been the same game.
But see, the thing is, when I scored against Ipswich, I didn't celebrate, but I scored. No, it was usual. I didn't want it. It was just a normal game for me to win and play as well as I can. But I did score.
So I've got 579 games for Ipswich and Liverpool. You scored 221 for both.
That's not bad, is it?
That's not bad at all.
Well, I think it's pretty average, really. But there we are.
Do you remember the game we played at Anfield?
And I think what you're going to say. Yeah.
Bobby Ferguson came in and he made a point of saying to myself and Terry that if we could stop Kenny Dalglish and Ian Rush from scoring, we'll get a result today. Yeah, we got a result. Well, then we lost 4-0. I think Steve McMahon scored a couple, McManaman scored, and I think one of the other midfield players scored. But we did our job, didn't we?
Yeah, you done your job,
And you remember the game at Anfield when we were going really well, 80-81, 82, whatever it was. And I think we were 1-0 up. And I think it was at the Cop end as well. This is the penalty. Brilliant. And I may have given away a penalty, I can't remember, but there was a penalty was awarded.
Probably,
yeah. And thanks. And the penalty was awarded, and then Dalglish stood up. There was a delay, wasn't they?
McDermott.
McDermott.
Yeah.
So he stepped up to take it right-footed, and Franz Tyson was standing on the edge of the box, and he because there was a little bit of a delay, he picked up a big clod of earth on his foot and held it. So as Terry McDermott started running towards the penalty spot, he threw the clod of dirt. It didn't hit him, but it landed quite near the ball.
Yeah.
So we don't actually know to this day if it put him off. But
it went over the crossbar.
Well, I think it would put you off, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It was brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah. The trouble is, you wouldn't be able to do that on today's pitch, would you? You wouldn't be able to get a lump of dirt like that to do it.
No, that's very true.
Mud is.
It's very true. They've taken that away from us. For goodness sake, that's all we had at Liverpool. That's all we had, Phil. That's all we had.
Yeah, you didn't win much, did you?
No, I never won there. You won there as a player.
Yeah.
Did you win there as a player?
I think so. I think in the 32 games that Bobby Robson was in charge, I think we only won sort of 6 times out of the 32 games, and something like 15 draws, and the rest were defeats, I think. So, but they were top of the league. They were the best side by miles in those days. Really took some beating. Good drinking team.
Yeah,
but, they could get stuck in as well, mind.
I thought we had a proper drinking team until I went there. Then I realised.
We came runners up in that as well, did we? Yeah. Thanks, John.
Honest.
You'd have fitted in very well then.
Yeah, I know.
What do you make of our transfer dealings then, Warky?
Yeah, they seem okay, but I think we should get some more personally. But it's a bit, it's dragging on a bit. I just think, the ones we've got, they seem okay, but I think we're in another level now. You're playing the best teams in the world, in the best league, and I just think, it's going to be a bit difficult for us.
What positions would you try and add to?
Well, I think because of it, we've got, Hurst is out injured, and we've got Delap's the only sort of one up there as such.
Well, Freddie Ladapo's around.
Freddie's it.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay.
It's gone a bit quiet.
No, but
It's a bit tough, that one. But,
no.
but true.
But then,
Obviously
Tough
an
crowd.
admirer.
Tough
and I
crowd.
think for me, you look at our midfield. The midfield, I think Morsey is still our best player, but I
Yeah.
think he's going to struggle in the Premiership. You know, because
Yeah, I'm a little
you know
bit.
what I mean.
I'm thinking the same way as you.
Same sort of thing, and
Anywhere else?
I'm not sure about the fullback position, right fullback, but hopefully he can get better.
And a striker as well, yeah.
Yeah, striker. Yeah.
What about midfield? The left midfield?
I think we're all right in the left midfield. Personally, it's in the middle of
Well, Bruce
midfield.
Broadhead's injured as well, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
well, we've got
you could-
Harness, I suppose. But no,
I think they're
you'll
still
get
trying to
harmless.
get another 4.
That's what
4 or
I think
5,
we
aren't
need.
they? But it's
Yeah,
blackmail season now.
If you get 3 or 4
Yeah.
more players, then hopefully we'll
Clubs
be
know
fine.
we've got money, don't they? And
Yeah.
are holding out.
Well,
And I think Kieran
Smodzic's-
said that, look, we're building for the future. Yes, we would like them in for the first game, but if it happens on the last day, the last minute of the transfer window, then so be it.
Yeah.
Because we're planning for the whole season, not just for
Oh yeah,
against
no,
Liverpool.
you've got to. It's not just the first few games, is it?
but there must come a time towards the end of the window when you still need 1 or 2 players. It's
Yeah.
then that you have to go for broke, don't you?
Yeah.
You have to do something because you just can't. You don't want to leave yourself short, and then that might affect you later on in the season between now and Christmas, or the August and Christmas.
Well, squad numbers are still available.
Yeah.
Smodzic
8 and 9, isn't
yeah.
it? Interestingly, not
Smodzic
allocated.
scored a couple of goals,
Have they?
so his price has probably gone up another $1 million.
So 8's available, is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, you've got a bad knee, mate.
Okay.
Don't even go there, John.
all right,
Don't
okay,
even, in your wildest.
Yeah,
No.
right.
I mean, it does make you wonder whether there's a number 9 lined up and a number 8 lined up if they haven't allocated those numbers.
I would think so.
Yeah,
But, it's countdown now.
yeah. That's
Till
right.
transfer deadline, and everybody's just saying if you want him badly enough, you'll
Yeah.
pay the money. And it's blackmail. It's chicken and the egg. If you've got the money, you're going to have to.
Yeah.
Talk about Calvin Phillips.
Yeah,
Be happy with that, would we, everybody?
I would.
it could be very interesting.
I think he's a good player. Yeah.
I think he's a
For
good
that
player.
level.
He's a bit like Barkley, he's sort of found himself last year back at Luton, so he's got another move to the Premier League. So sometimes you need to go back to go
Yeah,
forward.
forward.
And he's not saying we're going back to us, but you need another sort of fresh start
Opportunity.
and the
Yeah.
opportunity. And I think that would be good. But you're talking £100,000 a week, which is going to cripple us. I think.
You would
really
disrupt
will.
Yeah.
the dressing room potentially, wouldn't it?
It could do.
Could do.
Yeah, got to be very careful with that sort of situation.
But I think the way that the recruitment's gone it's gone very well. To average age 23, so it is building for the future, but still good faces in the building. But you've still got to get quality. And the quality is going to keep you up, and goals in particular are going to keep you up. We
Well,
scored
that's
a
what
lot
we
of goals
should
the
get.
last 2, and so we need it round about that
Get
area.
Smodzic's in then.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a new director.
Oh,
Matt Holland.
Yeah,
Well done on the board.
yeah,
Well done,
Yeah.
Matt.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations, Matt.
yeah.
And
Congratulations.
some other names on the board who I can't remember, but there's a lot of investment around, though, isn't there? There's a lot of people investing in the club at the moment, which does put us in a great position, but does, as I said earlier on, mean that other clubs know that we've got a lot of money behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they've known that for the last 2 years anyway. That game changer, especially, and the billions of pounds that they have. So, but they've done it very carefully and very well. But they've got to really pull out the stops now. They have had the good signings, 6 signings, but these ones are going to be more crucial now, and these are the ones that could really make a difference. So the team that you see on Saturday isn't going to be anywhere possibly near what the team will be further going forward
Yeah.
after August. So that's what
Agree.
generally happens.
Yeah.
The other thing we've got to look forward to, 3 little letters.
Oh.
Any ideas? 3 little letters.
Oh.
VAR.
Oh.
Well, they're not little letters, are they? They're quite big. I'm going to say,
That's problem.
What a waste of time.
yes, and we've got Stuart Atwell is the first VAR official but he's a Luton fan, isn't he? Apparently, so yeah. But no, But they have promised it a little bit to be improved. They say that 4 out of 5 fans that go to games would keep it.
Yeah.
I don't know who those 4 out of 5 fans are.
Put your hands up if you're one of those who likes VAR. No.
No,
Definitely not.
no. But so I think it has to change. It has to get better. They have this. What do they call it? It's semi-automated offside
Artificial
protocol or
intelligence
whatever it
replays
is.
and-
Yeah, they have that, and they've had that in the 22 World Cup, and they've had that in the Euros. But it's not available for us at the moment. Probably October that'll come into fruition. But they are trying to look at it. But it will definitely stay. I mean, they had a vote last year, didn't they? And there's only Wolves that wanted to get rid of it, and quite rightly so. So it will happen. So we've got to be prepared for that.
You've been quite outspoken about it, haven't you? On your LinkedIn account, I think I saw that shared
Yeah.
like a gazillion times.
Well, it's absolute crap, isn't it? Let's be honest about it. It's a waste of time. It really is.
Yeah.
But when they say they've rectified 100 faults or something, 100 decisions that were correctly, changed, and they've done that. But what have we got to talk about with referees and everything else? Yes, there's all been part of that for 100 years.
Yeah.
So, but there we are. It is what it is. We've got to get used to that. But
Some decisions used to go for you, some used to go against you. With VAR, some go for you, some go against you. It makes no.
But it's meant to rule all that out, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it doesn't.
No,
It won't rule everything out. There's always going to be a doubt or an error or potential error. It's never going to be 100% like it is in a lot of other sports. Whereas football is not finite like that. You can't do it. But as long as it improves a bit, and I think it was last year, 23-24. Then it took the minimum, the average of just over 60 seconds to actually make a decision. Whereas the year before it was 30, just over 30. So we're getting twice as slow, and that's the thing I think we don't like, isn't it? Is that the main thing about the time factor?
Fans
the
don't
time, and I don't know. What's it going to be like when we score, and we cheer, and then it's VAR and everything else like that? We never had that before. We've never had that, so it's going to be interesting, isn't it?
I mean, do you announce it? I mean, I'm not stadium announcer this year. I've stepped down, but do you announce it straight away? Or do you wait? I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be interesting.
You cheer
to watch.
straight away,
Yeah.
You've got to wait. I mean, last year was a goal goes in, it's a goal.
Yeah.
You see the linesman run back and the referee, and it's fantastic, isn't it? It's finite, bang, done, enjoyable. Yeah. But we've got to have something to moan about. let's be honest.
Something to look forward to. Yeah.
Fair point.
Well, there's plenty.
I'm pleased to say we haven't got VAR on our footy table challenge here, so there is no VAR on there.
We should have had it last week because of the spin. You can't spin it.
Well, I think spinning's allowed, although one nearly took me out last week when it spun.
Yeah.
Okay, well, keep it then. If it does
Thank
that,
you. I
we'll
knew you'd
keep
say
it.
that. I knew you'd say that. The town shirts are extremely popular at the moment, aren't they? There's lots of new shirts here, all over the place, and we've now got the pink shirt, which I think we can see Ed Sheeran wearing at the moment. What do you think of that, boys? Would you like to run out onto Portman?
They're very
and walk
good.
with that?
Yeah,
Russell?
I bought a few this week actually. Not for myself, but for one of my sons and nephews and stuff like that. I think they're very good.
I've seen a few of
Very,
them,
very
actually.
good indeed.
Look really
with
smart.
the outline of
I think
Framlingham
they're
Castle
great.
and the sound waves
I
and
think they
everything.
are great, yeah, absolutely. And I think that the whole jersey is just brilliant anyway, with the Sheeran logo on and everything else.
We're
like
just
this.
waiting for the club to send us one through, Mark.
Yeah.
We'll get onto them, see what we can do. We've got our own Life's a Pitch ones. Look, come on.
I know we can't wear it 7 days a week though, Mark. Well, we can try.
Can't get out of mine, so I'm stuck in mine at the moment. It's a bit tight, isn't it, Dean?
Is that large or FH?
It's
FH.
there's an X and an L in my label, but it just needs to have another X, I suspect. So
Does it zip up the back or?
well, it might do, yes.
It's Velcro. It's Velcroed at the back.
Yeah. It's elasticated around the waist,
That's all.
yes. An active waistband. So anyway, that's the pink kit. The ground is so much work going on at the ground. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
I was there last Thursday, and it's like you can't get about anywhere. But everybody just keeps saying it'll be all done, it'll be all ready for the first game. But it's even like that, yesterday, you know what I mean? And I'm popping in tomorrow, so if it's they've got to
take your hard hat and your boots and
I know.
put it to work.
I can't see it being finished.
Are you going in for a fitness test tomorrow? Is that right? Well, what's that? Has there anything been done to the Bobby Robson suite that's different, or any new?
Nothing much. They've tidied it up a little bit, but it's not.
But that presumably that'd be full all year.
That's every game's full. Yeah.
Will we
About
still be able to come up and say hello and have a drink?
If I've got something to do with it, yeah.
Yeah, I think,
Well,
If I've got
that's
something
fine.
to, there's different people
yeah, okay.
say no, but
I'll
never say no to used to.
Oh, thank you, Johnny.
Thank you, John.
What a
Sweet.
hero.
Yeah.
Isn't that lovely?
All right, that's enough of being nice. Here we go.
We've got
Very
something we're
unbecoming.
going to do every week, and it's a little bit difficult at the moment because it is the pre-season, but we are going to every week have a look at the Life's a Pitch TV Player of the Week, and that's sponsored by the Dove in Ipswich. Marcus Harness getting a lot of plaudits for his pre-season. Do we agree, crowd?
Yeah.
Can he step up?
I think he's got the fitness. He's got the. He's pretty sharp around the pitch. He looks in good condition at the moment. What his best position is, I'm not sure. But pre-season, he seems to have got himself forward and got amongst the goals, and yeah, he's looked good, very good.
The thing about it is, with Marcus in particular as well, you know, he's got to take chances, but he's got to thrive on having chances, and that's where the rest of the team comes in. If we can create chances, then we can finish them like we have done the last 2 years. But it's against Premier League opposition who aren't going to be any mugs. And, you know, I'm not saying the others were in the Championship or League One, but it's going to be on a different level now. So if we can create these chances, which I think we can, and the way that they play is very exciting and also very incisive, then we can you know, take the chances. But chances have to be scored because they don't come along that often.
Yeah.
You know, we need to do that.
The conversion rate's got to be really good, hasn't it?
So perhaps you could speak to Marcus Harness and tell him how to finish and all that.
He's not sure who you are.
What was the
John, by
secret,
way.
Warky, for your right place, right time?
Just natural finisher. You know what I mean? It's just a thing I love doing. I used to, in training, the boys seen us, you know, I used to do a lot of finishing. So I
But
just
you never smashed it, did you?
No, I was always, you always
placed it
in the corner, you know, you don't panic. You know, unless you hit a cracker from 25 yards or whatever.
Did you ever
But
do
when
that?
I was... No, I don't think I did. I only did side foot in or overhead kick against Man United. Do you remember that one?
No,
No.
that one's gone over my head.
Oh, you've not seen it?
No.
That's probably the best goal I've ever scored.
No, I still didn't see it.
Did you
No.
not? Oh, right.
If you watch it on YouTube or
It must
anything,
go on
give us a
YouTube,
call
yeah.
and
It'll be there
we'll come round
somewhere.
and watch it with you.
Liam Delap looks a bit of a handful as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a...
I hope he is.
Yeah, that's what I'm... He's a big lump and he can, you know, hold it up and whatever. But he's got to do a bit more as well, you know. But he's a big, strong lad, and yeah, probably not got the pace like needed for this level. But he is a handful.
Yeah, I think he's quick enough to get in behind,
get
but
behind,
he won't be
but-
getting in behind and getting away from anybody, you know. So because all the defenders in the Premier League are quick,
fast.
and that's
Yeah.
what Wes Burns will find out as well. He'll be coming up against like full backs, wing backs, whatever that are quicker than what he is. So he's going to have to find something in his armoury to get an extra yard.
Be interesting to see if Kieran and his coaching staff have worked on something different, not so much going away from the sort of philosophy, but have they sort of tweaked it a little bit? You know, the first game against Sunderland last year, they sort of dropped off more than actually really pressed high, and then caught Sunderland on the break a couple of times, and you know that really sort of won the game. But are they going to do that a lot more? We hope not. But you don't want to leave yourself wide open, especially against
The best. Yeah,
against Salah and all these people and Jota.
There is no better manager, is there, really?
No.
To take on the challenge that we've got. There is no better manager.
No.
And
No,
we
very
have to
good.
trust that he is picking the players he wants, but I suspect there's a little bit of frustration that some aren't over the line yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that Town will stay up this year?
I think Town will finish fourth bottom. So they'll stay
I thought you
up.
were going to say fourth top.
Fourth bottom.
That's confident. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be happy. I'd be over the moon with that.
Yeah.
I was going to do the predictions later on, but we might as well do it now. So
Oh,
what do
yeah.
you think,
Well, sorry
Butch?
about that, Mark.
No,
You
it's
know-
okay. Don't worry. I didn't send you the script.
No.
Middle
Never do.
third.
There isn't one. Where do you think, Butch?
Yeah, mid-table. I think mid-table. Probably lower mid-table, but we'd take anywhere mid-table.
You're
But
taking it.
I think they've
Anywhere
got the.
above third
I
bottom.
think the way that they play is exciting defensively as well. They're very, very strong and offensively. So I think, they'll continue that. They're gonna be brave, but you've got to be brave.
Russ?
Got to be.
Middle third of the table.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we've got the opportunities to surprise a few people early on that have probably seen us play a little bit in the Championship and League One and think they might know all about what Kieran McKenna's going to be trying to do. And I think he'll surprise a few people. Tactically, he's very astute, so we'll catch out one or two teams. But like Terry was saying earlier, you know, when we create opportunities, you've got to make sure you convert them.
Yeah.
You know, of course, there won't be that many.
I'm going top 10.
Oh,
Are you?
Bearing in mind I predicted promotion last year.
Oh,
Anyway, every week we will have a pick of Player of the Week from you guys, and that will go towards our end of season awards, which we'll do at the end of the season. Surprise, surprise.
Great.
So it's good. Right, okay. Now it's time for Ask the Legends. This is sponsored by Seckford Golf Club.
you done? What the?
You can't see what's going on behind camera. Now, Simon's not here this week to ask the question from Seckford, but I have the question. And so it's a question for you, Terry, and you, Russell. I believe, Russell, you're 1-0 up, aren't you, in this from last week?
From
you were
last
both
week.
pretty woeful in answering them, but you were slightly less woeful.
Pretty woeful. Charming.
Harsh but fair, I think. So, Warky, it's your job to encourage, to help, or put them off, whichever you choose here, okay?
Right.
So the question for you this week is, from Seckford Golf Club, in which year was Portman Road Stadium built? Which year was Portman Road Stadium built?
Stadium.
So we'll let you think for a moment or two. You're looking
Not got a clue.
very blankly at me. So, in which year was Portman Road Stadium built? You can help them, Walkie, or hinder. Throw some googlies in if you wish.
I've not got a clue.
I think you were playing at the time, weren't you?
Well, it's between 75 and 96.
Yeah.
So any ideas in the capacity crowd? Keep them to yourselves for now. But I might ask you in a second or two.
Well, I'll go for one obscure one.
Go on then.
1936.
1936. Okay. Russell?
I'm going to go earlier than that.
Whoa.
Mine's about 20. What they say? 30. What did they say? 19.
1936.
So that
you're
would
going
be-
earlier than that.
That'd be
I'm gonna
20.
go
That'd be
earlier than that.
25 to 8. Yeah.
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 Have you got that written down here?
No,
No,
it's
yeah,
just
no.
numbers, Terry.
Okay, sorry.
Just numbers.
Numbers.
What do you say? 36.
36.
Before that, I'll go 25.
Okay. Anybody got any answers in the crowd?
1901.
Oh,
1901. Closer. The answer is 1884.
I put 1878 down here because something was telling me 1978 was 100 years.
So we
After
were
the
pretty
club
close,
was
weren't we?
formed.
You were pretty close. But Russell was closer.
well done.
2-0 to Russell. Oh dear. You got a chance to redeem yourself now, Butch, because it's
Really?
time for our
I've got
table
to keep
football
asking him
challenge,
first.
sponsored by our friends Fred Olsen Logistics, who are here tonight. Not many of them. Come on, gentlemen, up from the couch. Pop your microphones down. Take your places. So, Terry and Russell are the blue team, and Walkie is Liverpool tonight. So we have 60 seconds on my whistle to see how many goals Walkie balls are in the end. I'll shove a few in your pocket.
You know, I've never played this.
You've never played it before?
No.
Okay. Well, this could go well then for the boys. Go up the other side. That's it. Go up that side. And yeah. Drop the ball in on my whistle. Yeah, and you're the red ones. Yeah. Is that all right?
Do they have this in Scotland at all? No?
Well, let's get our... Walkie, would you like some help?
Yes.
Leslie Dolphin, our floor manager, is itching to come in.
Right, I'm with them.
Okay. You'll need a ball ready to go in. So 60 seconds, bearing in mind Chambers scored 5 last week. Are you ready? Here we go. Oh, we've got some spinning going on. Still no goals. Still no goals. 2 England defenders. Oh, Walkie with a great shot from the 25-yarder. What do you mean? Oh dear. It's 1-0 to Terry and Russell. Here we go, 1-0. We're going for the spins here. Some good spinning. Our England defenders are doing well. 1-0 up at the moment against Liverpool here in the red. Come on, crowd, cheer who you want. Oh dear. 2-0 to England at the moment against Liverpool. They're swapping ends. Leslie and Walkie are swapping ends. So it's still... You got 5 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2... Well done, Walkie. Got a consolation goal. Fantastic.
I think that's what normally happened. England 2, Scotland 1. So there we are. yeah.
How does that feel, boys, to get a result under your belt?
Well, we always got a result against Scotland, but that's great.
Yeah, that was
really
good.
So it could be Ipswich 2 with the Blues, Liverpool 1.
Maybe that's an omen for us on Saturday.
There you go. A win's a win.
That's an omen.
A win's a win.
Yeah. Bearing in mind you did your knee in last time you played to keep you uppy. How are your arms at the moment? Are they okay?
All right, it's just my head. I'm not used to it.
Okay. You'll have to do some practicing before you come in next time. Lots of people are doing some amazing things actually this weekend because the food bank guys are collecting food again at Portman Road. They sent me a note. They say over the last 2 seasons, the Blue Army has come together to donate nearly 150 full crates of donations. They've raised over £12,000 for the Ipswich Food Bank, which is fined. And the fan-led independent group, Ipswich Town Fans Supporting Food Banks, are going to be doing it again this season. They'll be there on Saturday. So supporters of both clubs are welcome to bring food items on the day from 9:30 and midday on Saturday. Thereafter, tinned carrots, peas and sweet corn, tinned fruit, rice pudding, long grain rice, tinned tomatoes, instant mashed potato, toiletries, warm clothes, ready meals, cereals and that kind of thing. So they're doing it for the Liverpool game, Aston Villa, Everton, Manchester United, Newcastle, Manchester City, Tottenham Hotspur, Nottingham Forest, Arsenal and West Ham. And isn't it amazing reading out all those teams that we're going to play? Oh my goodness. There's not a Lincoln anywhere in sight, or an Oxford.
An Oxford, brilliant.
I wasn't going to mention lower league football on the show tonight, but poor old Norwich didn't do very well. And Delia's hanging up her
utensils.
Her utensils, yes, that was the word I was searching for.
She's officially hanging it up.
She is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. She's going to have about 5%, I think, isn't she? But just
her
so she can get in,
is
probably.
cooked. Yeah.
5% of nothing, still nothing. But there.
Well, where do we think they're going to be come the end of the season? Then Norwich. I'm going to go for relegation.
Don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Down already.
Yeah.
Not bothered.
Not bothered.
No.
You had some happy times against them, Walkie, didn't you? Did you get sent off against Norwich?
Yes.
That's
when it was at Carrow Road.
Yeah.
And Darren Eady was playing, who was about 12, slightly faster than me. And I tried to get him in the first half, but I was that late, I got him in the second. and I got a straight red.
That's quite funny for you, that, John.
So I get sent off and we lost. That was the worst thing.
Wasn't there a penalty that never was in a Norwich derby as well?
Yeah, there was another one as well, because I'd scored a penalty at Carrow Road and the players and the linesman and the ref were all over on the right-hand side, and I'm standing beside Gunny, the penalty spot. And he says to me, "Where are you putting this one?" And I went, "Same as the last one, in the net." He was thought right or left. But then the ref didn't, the linesman didn't give us it. So
it was the most bizarre
it was a fun
decision, wasn't it?
Just the two of us standing there and everybody else is way over there.
Yeah. Anyway, that's enough of Norwich now.
Yes, okay.
Don't want to mention lower leagues. Also, there's a Norwegian fan taking on a challenge as well. He's 61 and he's cycling 1,000 kilometres to watch us take on Liverpool on Saturday. He's called Richie Wilk. He's also known as Richie the Cat. He's pedalling and couch surfing across Europe to ensure he reaches Portman Road in time for the fixture. His nickname is in reference to his goalkeeping past and being compared to former England and Chelsea goalkeeper Peter Bonetti, who was nicknamed the Cat.
Because he gave the back 4 kittens.
Oh, that's not bad. Very good.
That's pretty good for you, Russell.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
You're all on fire tonight. It's because we've got air conditioning in here. It's much cooler, isn't it?
Much cooler, yeah.
Our brains are not addled.
Let's have another beer.
He's been supporting Town since we won the FA Cup in 1978. Mr. Wilk having a soft spot for the underdog, apparently, during that match, and he's loved us ever since. His route has seen him go from Norway to Denmark, then through Germany, the Netherlands, and it'll be finally Harwich to Ipswich. And he said quite handily, "I love cycling." So fingers crossed. We'll give Mr. Vilk a good welcome at Portman Road on Saturday. It's going to be a big step up, Walkie, isn't it, for them? I mean, you did that when you got promoted to the Premier League, didn't you? Stepping up. What is that like? What goes through? Can you give us some idea of what goes through your minds when all of a sudden? I mean, you were used to lining up against big names in your career, but some of that team that went up. What's going through their minds when they're up against the likes of Liverpool and people?
I think it's going to be worse now because these teams we're up against are, they're all top players right through. You know what I mean? And you've got to be at it, otherwise you get, you're going to lose. They're going to, as soon as you make a mistake, they're on it, and that's what you're playing against every week, against the best players. And as I say, that was a bit like myself when I started, when I was in there. But
when you were in there, John,
yeah.
This is a little programme from 78, 79, the Anfield Review.
Right.
Cost 20p in those days. The teams on the back.
Go on.
The Liverpool side was Ray Clemens, Phil Neal, Elman Hughes. Elman, as Bobby Robson used to call him.
Elman?
We used to call him Elman all the time. Every team tour with Liverpool, it was always Elman Hughes. We said, no, bosses.
He was a great player.
Elman.
He had a habit of that, though, didn't he?
Yeah.
People's names, yeah.
What?
Phil Thompson, Ray Kennedy, Alan Hansen, Kenny Dalglish, David Johnson, Jimmy Case, Tay McDermott and Graham Souness.
All internationals.
All internationals.
Yeah.
And the Ipswich team, Paul Cooper, George Burley, Mick Mills, Franz Tyson, myself, yourself, Arnold Muren, Paul Marner, Eric Gates and Clive Woods.
Oh, what's
Clive
that?
Woods is still playing then. So before Brazil's time, obviously.
Yeah.
Two good squads, really.
Yeah.
And a lot of information in there, and all for 20p.
What was the score of that game?
I can't remember.
I can't remember. I'm just thinking.
I think because we were about 7th or 8th in the table that season, and it was It was on March, so it was getting towards the end of the season. And I remember us getting to Europe that season as well. Because 79 we had a good run.
Yeah.
And then obviously to 80, but
we had a strong finish to the season.
Strong
didn't we?
finish.
Yeah. Two fantastic lineups there, though.
Yeah, pretty good.
What a game.
And the programme is 20p.
20p. Oh my God.
Robbery, wasn't it? Absolute robbery. Yeah.
I'll give you 10p.
Yeah. Sold.
Well, it's going to be a great match on Saturday. I'm so excited, really looking forward to it. What word would you use to describe how you're feeling? I'm excited.
Oh, hot, yeah.
Hot.
Anybody nervous? Yeah, nervous, excited. Yeah. I mean, it's just like, I never thought that I would see the likes of what you guys achieved again in my lifetime of Ipswich Town in the top flight. So to be in the top flight, I thought I would never ever see it again when we were playing the likes in Lincoln and whatever. And
and the chances are that we'll stay up. The probability actually rules that you will. I mean, we could stay up. We probably might stay up. So that's an even bigger thrill. But it's magic, isn't it? It's just something there that's not tangible, and it's just romantic, and it's exciting, and it's nervous. Yeah, all these kind of things.
Imagine if you're a young 20-year-old. You've never seen Ipswich Town play in the Premier League.
No, that's right.
So this is all new to them. The older supporters have seen us play in the Premier League 22 plus years ago. So they saw a glimpse of it then. But a lot of the kids now, they've never seen us play Premier League. Never seen Ipswich Town in the Premier League.
I think
what an occasion that is for them.
I think this is actually the first time I will see Ipswich Town in the Premier League after I left in '86. I never saw it because obviously I was away. I never saw them back in the Premier League, but it's so nice now to see them there. Bloody hell, it really.
And there's a lot of interest, isn't there? A lot of media interest in Ipswich. A lot of the TV channels, newspapers have been down. Mail are here somewhere, I think, at least.
Well, we've sort of got our identity back again.
Yeah.
Over the last couple of years. Back in the late 60s, early 70s, into the mid to late 80s, I think a lot of people had Ipswich Town as their favourite second team. So they could, give you the team lineup that Ipswich were playing, your Cooper, Burley, Mills, etc., etc., etc. Even though they're Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal fans. they all kept an eye on how Ipswich are playing. We had an identity about how we played, and that's reoccurring now, which is a great thing.
I was going to ask you, Warky, which Liverpool players should we be looking out for?
The one I like, he's on the bench. No, I think at the moment, going from the last game, I think Jota is a handful. He's a handful, and if you're not at it, he'll put his chances away. So
he's got to be a right good keeper as well.
Yes, he's
a very good keeper.
Yeah.
He can ping the ball everywhere.
I know.
And the way that they, you got Van Dijk as well. Van Dijk would arguably be the best centre half in the world.
Yeah.
Definitely Europe.
Could be,
yeah. And he's a lump, and he's a big boy.
Set pieces is a handful.
Set pieces, yeah.
Keep an eye on him there.
Wow. That's what we need to improve.
It's wonderful to see all these names, these famous names, coming to our place, coming to our patch. So just make sure you don't go as a 3 o'clock kickoff. It's 12:30. Otherwise, you'd have missed it.
Can you give me a call at 9:30?
Yeah.
I've got to be there at 9:30.
That's right.
Wise words, Butch. Very good. Yes. Yes. Set your watches, everybody.
Yep.
Breakfast and then football, which will be great fun.
Yeah.
Good fun.
Can't beat it.
No, it's good. Right. Okay. Now it's time for On This Day in History, that's sponsored by Fred Olsen Logistics.
Right, Fred Olsen, thank you very much for the sponsorship again. Dan Botton's book, On This Day, Saturday the 14th of August 1971 is where we're going back to. The new Portman Road stand was unveiled before goalless draw with Everton. The stand in those days cost £180,000 with nearly 3,700 seats, raising the capacity to nearly 37,000, but trimming the pitch width by 6 feet. So it was a lot wider pitch by then. Also on the 14th of August, this time 1993, Bubblehead forward Ian Marshall scored on his town debut as the Blues won 3-0 at Oldham Athletic. That must have been his old team. Didn't he come from
Oldham? Yeah.
On the opening day of the season, Marshall had joined from the Latics for £750,000 earlier that month. And just a day later, if you'll excuse me, or 2 days later, on Saturday the 16th of August 1980, and my centre-half partner here has pointed out something. This was probably the first game of the season.
It was the first game.
John Wark's header was enough to give Ipswich the win at Filbert Street before 21,460 fans in a Division 1 clash.
Oh.
And I think we were unbeaten until it must have been September, end of September, October, something like that. Yeah. No, I think it was Arsenal. Well, I can't remember now. But we were undefeated. That was a great start to the season, and it was really hot that day as well.
Yeah,
really
always
hot.
Always was first game of the season.
We had to drink a lot after the game. It was amazing.
That's quite weird. Filbert Street's quite good to me. That's where I made my debut.
You made your debut? Oh, you did, yeah. In the cup tie,
Leeds quarter-finals.
Yeah. We can't play there anymore, though, and it's gone.
I know.
Yeah. They got rid of it after you scored all those goals.
Yeah.
It's a nice little stadium, actually, Filbert Street. Yeah, it's good.
Last week we were joined by Neil Prentice, who's done a book all about George Burley, and there you can see, here he is, there's Neil on our screen, and a little copy of the book. And I'll tell you what, it's storming out. So many people have been buying the book. It is fantastic. It's not loads and loads of pages of writing. It's full of pictures and stories and articles from other players, people involved with Ipswich Town. It's a fantastic book. GeorgeBurleyBook.com is where you go. It's also on our Life's a Pitch TV website as well. Fantastic book. And Warky, George has had a fabulous career with Town, hasn't he? Both the player and a manager. I mean, you experienced both, did you, or not?
George was a fantastic footballer, but then he did it as a manager, and for me, Scottish, and he'll always be one of the best right backs ever, in my opinion. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
one of the best managers as well.
Yeah,
I mean, he's
you look at his record.
but I mean, he's number 3.
Yeah,
quite comfortably. So yeah, he's a legend. I mean, absolute legend.
Oh, yeah.
So he's and we think we go back to the time when he was the manager. That was the last time we were in the Premier League. It's a lot different now, but it's just it's really, really good to see us back there. And
well, the book is selling really, really well. So if you want a copy of that, then do go onto our website or georgeburleybook.com. Now it's time for the Man v Fat football results. And this week we can actually show you what they all look like. There they are. Look, there's the Man v Fat teams at Portman Road, and I've got the results this week. This is from Man v Fat Mark. He says the final week of the season saw Man v Fat lads shed an impressive 21 kilograms, bringing the season total to 137 kilograms of weight loss. I think that deserves a round of applause. Sadness, though, this week, as after 7 years of playing at Portman Road, the club can no longer accommodate us due to an increase in the foundation's activities. So from next week, they're moving to Goals in Grimwade Street to continue, they say, our success and help support local men improve their fitness and mental health. So this week's results: Galatasaray 11, the Red Hot Chubby Fellas 6, Ivory Toast 4, the Wickham Waddlers 5, Borussia München Flapjack 8. Please read this next one out right, Mark. Please, please. The Cat Funts 14. Barely Athletic 8. L'Argentina 5.
Argentina.
Team names of the week: Barcelona. And Real Ale Madrid.
It's not bad.
That's a close one. That one's a close one.
Can't wait for Saturday. Come on, you Blues.
So is it Man v Not So Fat now?
It could be, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it could be. But they're absolutely amazing, and they wish Town all the very best. We're nearly out of time. So thoughts, Russ? Saturday? Want to just sum it all up for us?
Score draw.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay.
Yep.
There's been quite a few 1-1s with Ipswich versus Liverpool, home and away. So I'm going to go for 1-1.
By the way, I'm going to make it a treble, 1-1.
Are you?
Yes.
So it won't be 1-1.
That'll be a fantastic result.
It's going to be the whole occasion. I mean, whole experience of going to Portman Road now is just gone on and up all the time. It's right up there now. Top
what
level.
A day out, isn't it?
Top level, yeah. What a day out. Yeah. Oh, there's some football on the way there in the meantime. So.
And match of the day, we can watch that, can't we?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Do we have to listen to Gary Lineker? No.
You turn the sound down, Butch.
Okay.
Oh.
I think if you push the red button, there are other versions probably. So.
Well, we can make up other versions.
We could. We could indeed. We could indeed. Well, it would be wrong of me. I'm sitting behind Beatty's Bar, sponsored by Lakens, who are here tonight supplying the beer. Thank you. Thank you very much. And you can't. Well, you might be able to see it if I turn around, but I've got. Let me just see. I'm just holding the shirt in because it's a bit tight.
Okay, now.
On the back, can you see who I've got on the back?
Yeah.
So
The beat goes on.
Truly honoured to be wearing the Beat shirt. So
we've got 2 6s in the squad.
We have.
There's nothing wrong with that, Russell.
No.
Nothing wrong.
And it would be wrong for me to go for anything other than 3-1 to Ipswich. On Saturday.
Wow.
If he was here, he'd be saying the same. 3-1, pal. You know, ever the optimist.
He'd say 3-1, but he wouldn't mean what side.
Yeah.
Anyway, look, we're done for this week. Warky, thank you very much. Give me a round of applause. Weren't we going to do a high-pitched Johnny Wark?
That'll bring back memories.
That brings the pain back, doesn't it?
He's got a tear in his eye.
That's quite funny.
That is the worst chant I've ever heard. By the way. Pretty miserable.
It's brought it all back. Anyway, if you want to keep in touch with what we're up to, check out our socials, and there's loads of information on the website, www.lifesapitch.tv. We've got just about every domain name you can think of, so just go to Life's a Pitch on your Google search or whatever, and you will find our website. And if you would like to be a member of the Capacity Crowd, then that is how you apply to get and join us on a Wednesday night here at our DPS Tech Arena. So go on and just look. It says Capacity Crowd, and then you can apply through there, which is what I think everybody else has done here. Have you all tonight? Anybody snuck in? Anne snuck in.
Yes.
Wark, Butch stuck in. You're welcome anytime, mate. I'm not going to argue with you.
Season 2.
Anyway, that's it. Thank you very much. Enjoy the match on Saturday. We'll be back next week. Our opening Premier League match at home to Liverpool. We'll see you next week. And Blue Army, everybody!
This has been a Life's a Pitch TV production. Main sponsor, DPS Tech. Also supported by Lakens. All About Hearing. Forward Floors. Ginger Pickle. Fred Olsen Logistics. The Dove. Seckford Golf Club. Ashford Wright. John Keeble Cars. Venue 16. The Hudson Group. Come Hither Design. Sound 4 Pro Audio. And Suffolk Sound. Our charities this year: Cancer Support Suffolk and the Ipswich Town Community Foundation.